Brandon Benefield, Gerard Bonner, and Diana Michelle.
What is going on, everybody? It's that time of the week. It's Friday. You know what that means. It's time for the SHW podcast. SHW, this is our wrestling. I'm B-Double Brandon Benefield, joined by GB Gerard Bonner, the lovely Diana Michelle, and our former and potentially soon-to-be two-time SHW champion, Owen Knight.
Cat. That's Cat.
No, I'm just here. I got to be careful here, first of all, because we already got bumped a week. As you know, we weren't on last week. I've ruffled a few feathers with our new, I guess, boss, co-boss, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah, tyrant, warden. That's what I call her.
Yeah,
That's what I call her.
If you saw us on the pre-show before SHW40, you saw she came out. She got in our face a little bit, and at this point,
rude.
Right, it is what it is. We're gonna put this episode out. We're gonna post it, and it is what it is. I've had it. You know what? I've had it.
I'm to here. I'm to here.
Up to here. So you know what? So we're having Owen Knight on with us as our special guest, whether they like it or not. So Owen, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing? You guys doing okay?
Man, look, we're glad to have you here, man.
Hell yeah. I always got to shout out your WWE spinner belt every time we go on here. It's
thank
great
you, sir.
every time.
Thank you,
But I've been
sir.
doing good. I've been trying to stay up out the way. Making Logan and what's
Careful.
I'm gonna call her. I can't say that. Can't say that.
I've called him that before, and she's gotten very mad at me. So
I called him that right when I dove on him. I called him that right as I dove on him. So
I love it.
That's probably why. I was like, no. Boom. Yeah. So.
Right. Yikes. Well, here's the thing.
That, though, I'm doing fine.
We're very good, very good. This is our recap show, our first show back since SHW40 happened. So we're going to go through the whole show here. But I know you had a big part in that show. I mean, you had quite a wave of emotions, is getting fired and then getting your job back by the end of the night. Like, it was pretty wild. So
let's keep a black man down, baby. Black man down.
I love
it. Is.
I love it. Well, let's get off the bat here. What opened the show up was the SHW title match between Cruel, the Heathen Cruel, and Zach the Gear Guy. So, Owen, I
was pulling for Zach the Gear Guy, bro. I was pulling for Zach the Gear Guy.
You surprised all of us. We actually weren't sure if you were even in the building that night, and lo and behold,
no, I was there. I pulled up. See,
clearly,
I pulled up. I'm sorry.
It says Snickers. It says Snickers.
No. This was the milk dog. I should not have done that. Oh, man. Oh, let me take that out. All right.
I was going to say, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Here, grab a Snickers.
That's what they say.
But it was milk dog.
That John
That's
melted.
what they say.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to repeat your question. Then, okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just saying, we weren't expecting you to be there, and you kind of surprised the entire audience, including ourselves, when you showed up in the match. I mean, first of all, what kind of led you to do that? And, what was going through your mind?
I had some free time, actually, since I was watching on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, too. And I was seeing how, everyone's match was getting, called and named and stuff like that. And we all know what happened at the previous show before this one that just passed. So we understood. So I just took matters into my own hands. You know what I'm saying? My mama always said, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So that's exactly what I did. I took matters in my own hands. So sucks to suck, but hey, I did what I had to do. Zach was this close to winning. This close.
He really was.
I will tell you that I think of all the shows that I've called with Gerard Bonner, this might be the closest we've ever come to his heart stopping. And
oh, Lord. Okay.
Wait, because I didn't get to hear it yet. So was this as worse than when David won?
Yeah, I think it was actually.
I'm screaming.
When the power bomb through the table, or I guess the inadvertent power bomb through the table, thanks to the chair shots from Owen Knight on the outside, when that hand was coming down for that 3 count,
I thought it was it. I thought it was over.
Let me say this: it was like life was moving in slow motion. I remember when David won the title. It felt sort of like slow motion, particularly between 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
But that entire moment from the power bomb to the referee's count, it felt like 3 years. And I was just like, wait, no.
I guess Brooklyn and them stuffed the ref's envelope a little heavier on that.
Perhaps.
Yeah. You know, and I know you wanted revenge, Owen. I know you wanted revenge, and obviously revenge would have been sweet if the title got off of Cruel by any means necessary. And so I get it, but it frightened me.
No, it definitely was one of those. It definitely was probably one of the, I guess, one of the most crazy moments of SHW history, to be honest. Like the atmosphere of the pot, it's definitely up there as far as what it is, because it was cool. I think Zach had a great time. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got choked out, but I mean, he had a great time. You know what I'm saying? Once he woke up, I've
never met anybody who's had more fun getting choked out than Zach the Gear Guy.
And then to have your first match, a title match,
pretty wild.
Who's he bumping gums with? Oh man,
that part. Right?
Well, I thought it was more of a punishment having to go against Cruel, but then you throw the title.
But he didn't.
He wanted it.
He didn't even look like it was a punch. Did you see his promotion? The whole month and a half he was promoting.
No.
He's been doing this for
10
months.
I don't
went to the table. He's been promoting this match.
He was running it up. He was so he was with it.
I must not have seen it. I didn't never notice any of that. That's weird.
In my timeline.
I'm totally kidding. So anyways, Cruel would go on to retain the title. As we mentioned, he choked Zach out. Zach, thankfully, the officials got him out of there because there's no telling what could have happened had he just stayed in the ring. But luckily he got out of there. But then Brooklyn calls you out.
Calls 3 grandpas, calls me out, and then has me taken out of the building.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut you off. I was just so in a rush to get there because it sucks. You had 3, and one of them had a gun. I'm not one of those people. So, yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? Thank God it was the black guy. I'm sorry. I had to say it. It's okay. But look, though. She did what she did because she knew that if things would have, I guess, escalated to a point where it was no coming back, stuff would have got hurt because Logan, no, I'm sorry, I keep saying Logan. Oh my goodness, he's going to hurt me. I don't care. But you know what I'm talking about. They wanted to put harm on me, and my main objective was to let him know that I'm just not somebody he could just step on, you know what I'm saying, or step over or overlook type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I had to do.
I'm glad you said that because I know the 3 of us really felt after SHW 39 and then the announcement that you weren't the person getting the title shot. We all were like, how in the world is the former champion who's almost spent 9 months as champion, how is he not getting the first rematch? How did you feel when, your name did not pop up for the title match and then you weren't even booked on there? Like, what did you feel like?
Well, to say I felt disrespected is an understatement. You know what I'm saying? But it was more so one of the things that as an underdog, no matter how big of a competitor, I always root for the underdog. So when my back is against the wall and when things aren't going my favor, I don't usually try to run from it. You know what I'm saying? Because now definitely it was 2 crucial blows, not even being booked, and 2 not even being in, for the title. So I definitely was taken back by that. But like I said, that's why I pulled up and had to run the fade, and I had to just do what I had to do. Because sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And I know the higher upper management was definitely upset that I ran through and messed up their main event, but it sucks to suck. I had to do what I had to do, and now I got me a title shot next month. So I think I did okay. So
I think you did.
It is what it is.
Totally did the right thing.
Thank God you showed up, man.
Thank God I did too, because Lord, poor Zach. Oh my goodness.
Well,
we would have a GoFundMe for him now.
Right.
No, a GoFundMe, a link in the bio, everything. We need all that.
Right. Absolutely.
All the different Cash Apps, PayPal, Venmo, whatever, all that stuff. Well, we jumped ahead a little bit, and we'll get back to it in a second because you mentioned next month you've got that title match, but we'll get there. That's coming up a little later in the card here. Now, you missed some of the show because you got fired at the beginning of the show there. And
crazy.
But while you're here with us, we are going to go down the rest of this card here, and we'll kind of fill you in on what you missed because you missed some great stuff while you were away briefly. But
did I happen to miss Killjoy.
That's what I was talking
Killjoy's
about.
match?
Yeah.
Man.
I did
So
wanna
Rob
see that one.
Killjoy and Nagicism in a Rumble Jack
God.
qualifier match. And we said this on the pre-show. This could be one of those dark horse matches which might sneak in here. Not a lot of publicity behind it, and it might kind of steal the show because people aren't going to know what to expect. And then all of a sudden, bam, you got two super talented guys in there, putting it all on the line for a shot to enter the Rumble Jack. And I thought that's exactly what happened. I mean, both these guys come in there. Killjoy had been at SHW one time with the Ugly Ducklings, and it was back when Jericho and Omega showed up. So that was May of 2019. So it'd been a while. And then, of course, Nagicism. Recently, we've gotten to, recently we got to know him. That's right. And so, but man, what an awesome match! GB, Diana, what did you guys think of that match?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one.
I was trying to keep up with what was going on, and I had one word that I wrote down, and it was wow. It was just so, it was impactful. It was high energy. It was Rob Killjoy he did his Duffy thing. He was quacking all over the place, and Najee was, oh my God. I want to see that again. I mean, I don't care.
Najee.
I want to see that again.
I think I see Najee. I mean to cut you out. I think I see Najee wrestle like maybe once or twice before he came to SHW. But he's really, really exciting. He's really, really cool. Yeah. Killjoy. I've seen Killjoy wrestle a long time. I actually want to wrestle Killjoy myself. So that's another reason why I wanted to see, because I just wanted to see those two types of styles and talents go at it. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a slobber knocker, as they call it.
It was a fun one, definitely.
Yeah, it was a great match, and we thought it would be. And what I liked about that match is, those are two guys that the SHW faithful aren't 100% familiar with. So to really convert those guys into loving you was something special that they pulled off very, very well. Nagicism gets the win, qualifies for the Rumble Jack, and things are getting really interesting. I hope somehow Killjoy makes his way back, because I'd love to see him.
He beat Killjoy?
Yeah, he beat Killjoy.
Killjoy.
It was impressive.
Look at that. Go ahead, Najee.
Yeah.
It really could have gone either way, but
it sure could have.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Good one.
Well,
I'm going to have to play that one back.
Oh, yeah. So if it's not on IWTV, be sure you check this out once it hits IWTV, because you're going to want to go back and watch this entire show. We say that every month, but
make sure y'all do it.
Yeah, make sure you do it. So you mentioned slobber knocker for that last one. This next match actually probably fits that a little bit better as slobber knocker for description. However, it was the match that kind of never really actually happened, because it all happened outside of the ring. The match never officially started when we had the two big bulls finally locking horns, Judas and Cyrus, and they never officially got in the ring to start the match. But they never
got in the ring?
The brawl happened all around ringside, all over the place. And
very close to you guys.
Okay, let me just say, and this is in Larry Goodman was there and wrote a report about the show, and he even mentions myself and Gerard in his report. Because
you guys made it, kid. You guys made it.
I know, right? That's big time. We hit the big time here. It was all because of our reaction to what was potentially going to happen at the commentary booth, when at one point Judas gets Cyrus up, and we're scared to death.
Strong as hell.
I said to GB, I was glad I was wearing my dark pants that night, because there's no telling. Because look,
can't wear your khakis.
I know, right? Because look, when you see a 350-pounder getting ready to be body slammed on your table right in front of you, we were freaked out, to say the least. And then he escapes, and then they flip, and he's about to put Judas through the table. And again, we're freaking out. And luckily, they ended up brawling away from the table. But there was a brief, it felt like an eternity, GB. Am I wrong? It was probably only like 20 seconds, but it felt like forever. And
it's not, you can just move. You have so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah.
You can't just get over there and move about.
Just take off.
When GB's heart almost stopped in the opening match, my heart almost stopped when that happened. And luckily, nothing came of our table. But
I think people are trying to test us. I think that's what that is. And I don't know why. I don't know what we've done. But just so that the fans understand why we get so concerned when people come around that commentary table. See, unlike other wrestling organizations that are national promotions where they perhaps pay for cameras and monitors and audio equipment. No, I'll just pull us behind. Man, Brandon has paid for all of that. He's the table too.
That would have came out your
right.
Save the table.
Oh yeah,
the table, but the audio equipment, the computer, all of it came out of his pocket.
It's just
and
not
he
cheap.
got money. He got money.
No. No, I don't anymore because it all went to the audio gear.
All went to the audio gear. You know,
that's why I don't want people to break it.
Yeah. So when people come over there, you know, it's just like, please stay away from this, because other than that, you'll hear no commentary for I don't know how long, you know. So it is and we would have lost the whole show. And I normally don't stand up to anybody, but it was just, please don't do that. And what scared me was I couldn't tell that they were going to stop. So if you heard the commentary, you might have heard me, you know, in my best soprano voice at some point, because I literally, you know how you see something and you then can see it happen all the way before it happens?
Oh yeah.
I literally saw him taking those guys through the table, and I saw our equipment just going to smithereens.
Flying all over the place.
And I just was like, oh God, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. And I'm like, okay, this is too much.
I felt like they were daring me because I was locked eyes with Judas, and then when they flipped, I was locked eyes with Cyrus, and I was like,
they was probably trying you. Yeah, they was probably trying you.
Do it. Don't you do it.
I think they were trying you because
they were trying you. They was like, try.
Oh.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks. My heart's racing again thinking about it. Anyways, the craziest thing was the match never officially got underway. At one point, Cyrus got like a metal spike, or no, it was Judas rather, from under the ring, and he stabbed Cyrus in the eye with it. And then the medics come out. Again, I told you, Owen, you missed a bunch of
The
stuff.
medics came out.
Yeah, the medic came out.
A
checking
ref
on
got choke slammed. It was nuts.
So Cyrus has this big bandage.
Yeah.
Cyrus has this big bandage on his eye, and he's blinded, and he's swinging wildly, and people are ducking out of the way because he can't see. It was wild, man. And then he came.
How long was I gone?
I know. You were
I know, right?
That was only the second match after you got booted.
Yeah. So again, then he comes back to our table, and he's swinging at us blindly. And I'm like, come on, man. We don't even look anything like Judas.
Yeah.
You should have ducked and popped him, and it ran.
No.
That's for my camera.
Right.
No. I'll leave that for Zach the Gear Guy. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Oh, he's looking for his next fight.
Speaking of gear, shout out to Cheyenne, the sign girl, who stepped in doing gear duties for the remainder of the night.
She told me that night she was not Cheyenne the sign girl. She was Cheyenne the gear gal.
So
Right.
I like it.
Oh, I like
it.
that. I like the gear
it.
gal.
But
Okay.
she
I like
the run in with Judas and Cyrus on the stage as they were making.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about that real
He's
quick.
a meme in and of herself.
So I don't know. Because again, I haven't watched this back yet. So I don't know if our cameras caught this or if any fan cameras may have caught it. But the match had just gotten under. Well, again, it never officially started. So Judas is in the ring. Cyrus comes down there. He gets up on the ring apron, and then they immediately spill to the outside. So again, never officially started in the ring. But right after that happened, they make their way up to the ramp and the stairs right there. Cheyenne had just gone backstage to drop off the gear, makes her way back out onto the stage to come back to her seat, not realizing that they were coming up on the stage.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
she had the funniest look on her face. She was like, "Ooh!" It's like that little the GIF with the baby where the baby is like, "Oh!" And
I love that video.
That was Cheyenne. That's what Cheyenne did, and it was hilarious.
It was.
Somebody got that. I love that video, bro.
I know. I hope it's on video, but we haven't seen it. If it exists, if you hear me, if you're a fan and you have footage, please let us see it.
Send that to me. That's hilarious. I love that.
We need to make a sign of Cheyenne now.
Yes.
I know, Cheyenne. We need Mike and Cheyenne to work on a sign because I can't do it. I'm not good at art. They need a shot of her.
No one needs to do it. Who did it better? They need to have that baby face. And they need to have
Yes.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, let's move on down the list here. The next match of the night, we had Jordan Kingsley once again taking on Carly Bravo. And this was one of those feuds that's been building for several months here. And at this point, you had Carly Bravo, who's got a lot of momentum, especially coming off of beating David Ali on his farewell match. And then you've got Jordan Kingsley, who's undefeated in 2022, going into this match. It was off to a great year. And what a match it was, guys. What do we think?
See,
I would choose my words carefully.
Okay. All right, because
I don't want to
tell everybody what happened last month.
I just happened to say Carly looked like he was crazy.
Mm.
No. All right, you guys, y'all have seen the pictures. Have you?
Yeah,
not
what
seen
happened? I've seen pictures.
Carly does not have his crazy. Even Cheyenne was saying he looks like David when his tongue's sticking out, and that's crazy. Now
It's
he
City
gets
Boy
this
Summer,
look
baby.
on his face. His eyes starts bulging out. I mean, it's like he becomes something else.
He
God
gets
knows I
down.
love
I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. Is he reaches down in the bottom of his soul and brings out the ultimate light skinness? Because I do it all the time too. And when you bring out that light skinness, it just has a rage. So
Wait,
that's what it is. Yeah.
do I have that thing since I'm light skinned?
No, baby, you're not.
Do I
light-skinned,
have
baby.
that?
You
Do
are
I
a white
have a
woman, baby.
crazy?
No.
I mean, I might.
You might have a Karen. Like
No.
Oh no!
you might have
Oh my
I don't know. It's
That's a
I can't
whole
say you
nother
light-skinned.
race.
I
That's
mean,
a
you
whole nother
do.
something else.
I mean, so wait. I mean, you do. I mean, you do got a little color to you. Are you light skinned? No, right?
This show has taken a turn,
so
and I'm
anyway,
gonna
Throw
see
my
if
head
we
to the
can.
back.
I'm gonna
Hey,
see.
what up, girl?
I'm gonna see if we can get it back on track.
I didn't know she was light skinned. Okay, so but yeah.
Jordan
No,
Kingsley,
That's where it
Car-
comes from. Yeah.
Carly Bravo,
So we're
Jordan.
going back to Carly. Let's steer it back.
Yeah.
to this side.
Yeah. We're gonna spin the block to Carly. Okay.
So yes, I love Carly. I do.
Heard.
But he does get this craze way about him when he's in that zone. And yeah, I talked to him before the show and I told him, look, I love you. I didn't mean to say you were crazy, but you're crazy. He is. And he's probably gonna call me out again, but he is. But the match itself is an amazing match. I don't like the way it ended, but it was a great match.
I didn't.
He cheated.
I think I was stood outside. Oh,
Yeah, you.
light skin capabilities over 9,000. I love it.
You know, I will say this. I think we are seeing right in front of us the maturation of Carly Bravo. It is incredible to watch. Again, I have to remind myself that he is just entering year 2 in this business. It is incredible to see how good he is. So I'm going to make a statement. This is a bold statement that some might think. But I think the last time we saw somebody this good, this early in their career, they had won an Olympic gold medal.
Wow.
Yes.
The broken freaking neck.
Yes, with a broken freaking neck. That is how good Carly Bravo is progressing. We've not seen anything like this since Kurt Angle, which says there is an amazing upside to Carly Bravo, and he keeps getting better. He has a clear understanding of what it takes to become that guy, and he really proved it in this match against Jordan Kingsley, which, by the way, this is the best version of Jordan Kingsley we've seen in a long time. It's
Kingsley is
though,
that dude.
Yeah, he's got his focus. He is, he knows where he wants to go. And so this was really an even match all the way until the end. And Carly Bravo snaps the undefeated streak in 2022 of Jordan Kingsley. Again, a great match for Kingsley. I don't think Kingsley should hang his head at all because he had an amazing match. 2 super hot competitors battling. Somebody had to win. And Carly walks away with the victory.
What a
I'm
match it was.
going to have to watch back that one too.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Absolutely. It was a
Yeah,
good one.
it's a great show.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
Wait till you hear about.
Snuck in and sat with me. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
You should have wore a Sting mask or something and come back in.
Yeah.
And it came out. Hey, I could have.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, you missed another good one. This next matchup was a tag team rematch that we had all been waiting for a long time.
Tag team match.
The tag team titles were on the line. All-Star Special defending against the former champs, Chip Day, Kyle Matthews, Technical Excellence. And first of all, like it is every month, we always say it's going to be an exciting entrance when they turn on the jukebox. We never know what song's going to play. Could you hear from where you were, the entrance?
No, I couldn't. I didn't hear it.
Okay, you heard about it though, because everybody
I
heard
heard
about it.
about it. It was very what's the word? Obnoxious, as I like to call it. But
Here's
it was very
what's funny.
obnoxious what I heard. But.
Here's what's funny is that, and I said it on commentary, and I saw people, I think our buddy Garrett was posting about it online in the days that followed. But when the song first started, there was almost like a collective kind of a groan from the audience right away, like at first. And then like 5 seconds later, everybody was singing every word.
What was the song?
Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that song.
See?
Oh.
And it was funny because everybody at first.
The best part was once also
You mean Huck was
guy in the
dancing?
ring.
Oh, was he?
Excellence was singing with them.
Yeah.
It was like a whole
Huck and Hanson.
Everybody knows that song.
type thing.
Huck-
It was
Huck and Hanson were dressed like the Backstreet Boys.
in white.
Mhm.
And they were
Mhm.
dancing and they were singing.
Mhm.
Like a big ass bottle of milk. That is hilarious. Oh, I gotta see that. Oh man, they had the white on.
They
all the
totally
way.
did.
Head to toe white.
They totally did. Yeah.
No way.
You
Yeah.
have to see it.
It was
I love
great.
that song.
It
They
was
were
pretty
going-
good.
okay.
But it's
That's
one of those
good.
songs where it's like at first everybody groaned because everybody's kind of like, it's one of those like you get embarrassed, I guess, that you like it. And then all of a sudden you don't care anymore because everybody's singing every word. So the whole place was singing and it was pretty wild, man. But it was
Then
one
they,
of the,
they turn it off right at the end of the verse or the chorus, and everybody finishes out. It's just
Mhm.
They won't come out to Bad and Bougie. I told them to come out to Bad and Bougie. They was like, they didn't want to. I swear, they don't want to come out to it. I said, that was, oh man, crazy.
hey, maybe.
That
Time
would
will
be
tell.
hilarious.
Oh,
Time will
man.
tell. But anyways, once that happened, that just gets everybody feeling good. What a great moment. And then they put on a fantastic match. Now Chip, had missed an earlier match or had to be taken out of the earlier match because of a leg injury. And
His ankle. Yeah.
there was a little bit of a hint of the injury coming back to bite him a little bit in this match, which I think is what started the heat between him and Kyle Matthews, where Matthews
about
was
that.
reluctant to tag him back in because he was afraid that the injury was nagging him. Chip was saying, "Look, I'm fine. I can go. Tag me in." And there was a little bit of a
Miscommunication.
We ended up seeing the implosion
Mhm.
of technical excellence. And I guess you heard about what happened on the stage after the match.
I seen the clip of Kyle getting dropped on his head. So that
was-
makes it self-explanatory.
That was
Mhm.
pretty much it. I mean,
Um,
yeah, in case you were curious, have technical excellence broken up, I think that explained it, like you said.
I think I saw the clip when I saw actually that clip was kind of out. I think a couple of the fans had caught the clips and I saw it and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I think
that was spicy.
Corey may have had a clip.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he
Corey
had
got a
one.
clip. I mean, a bunch of people got clips
area.
of it. And if you haven't seen the main show yet, then definitely
I
go
will say this,
on the fan
not to
page and check it.
defend Chip, but as a competitor, if you say you can go, you can go.
Yeah.
So, like for any sport, if you're on the field, basketball, whatever case it is, if you on that field or in that ring, you are, in my eyes, you good to go. So I see the frustration, but at the same time, I do see where Kyle is coming from because the object to wrestling is to win the belts, is to win the straps. So when you don't do that, it's kind of the miscommunication definitely
I
causes.
must have
malfunction.
missed where his ankle started giving him issues because I didn't see that whole. Oh, well, maybe
I believe
it was brief. It was brief during that
Yeah.
match, but it was noticeable because
okay.
we noticed it on commentary where we said, "Uh-oh, could the injury be coming back to haunt him here?"
Right.
I saw where Kyle just refused to tag him in and he was getting aggravated, but I must have just missed that part. So I was a little confused on why he wasn't tagging. So I did make a note like, why didn't Kyle tag out? But
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
he couldn't take him on by himself the first time. So
Cheyenne, the gear girl, was distracting you at that point.
And they came out to the back. They came out to the Backstreet Boys. They were one.
He is awesome. We were having a great time.
Oh, anyways,
Yeah.
it was any thoughts there, GB, on that whole? I mean, you kind of touched on what Owen just said there about why Chip did what he did. You kind of touched on it on commentary, but go ahead.
No, I totally understood where Chip was coming from. I mean, Chip did not get the opportunity to fully participate in that first encounter that
Right.
cost him the titles. He certainly, at that point, several folks ushered him to the back so that he could not continue. If he was still standing out there, he felt as though he could contribute. And so to be available to contribute and then have that refused bothered him. I understand it. Plus, these guys spent 306 days combined as tag team champions with more defenses than any other team. That title meant a lot to both Kyle Matthews and Chip Day. So for Chip Day to not get the opportunity to be involved, I'll tell you, you started seeing the seeds. And by the time it was over, it was a worse breakup than Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Like, it was bad.
It was bad. It was worse than that.
It was bad. Very, very bad. So
and it was bad. It was
bad. It was bad. So with that said, Chip Day, at some point, I've got to imagine these two will end up hopefully settling their differences in the ring. But
they got to. Kyle coming back for that fade. They got to.
Yeah, man. But Chip wasn't happy, and I get it. I
totally understand. Yeah, I understand where Chip's coming from, man.
Yeah.
Well, moving down the list, this next matchup. Well, we just talked about a great tag team matchup. This next match kind of devolved or evolved, however you want to say it, into a tag team match. It started out.
What match you talking about?
Wait for it. It started out as Joe Black versus Dylan James, and you knew Dylan had a lot on his mind going into this match from what happened to the previous show, where Joe Black, being one of the main guys responsible for Dylan losing that chain match against Cruel. And we were both, me and GB, but the whole crowd and Diana as well, were all looking forward to this matchup. And, well, we kind of knew, though, that the Contra faction might get involved. And so during what started as a singles match, out comes Cruel. And then somebody who had earlier in the night had been fired makes a run in through the crowd, and not just running in through the crowd, brings his own cameraman, mind you.
Hey, man. Shout out my boy Marcellus. That boy foul.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
I did to be there, and his take on following you through the whole thing was great.
I was going to ask you to shout him out because it was such a cool shot that you running through.
Boy,
And by the way, you had to have been sort of close by because you timed it just right. You must have.
Yeah, I snuck in like around the front because once I got booted, I already had my whip and stuff out there, so I just kind of just waited. And people kind of come out, they go to the concession stands or they kind of go out for a smoke break, and a smile or two, a little hug, a little picture. They'll tell you what's going on. And as you see in the video, the guy, he just opened the thing because I told him if he do me a favor, I do him a favor. So I got him a T-shirt. So shout out that guy that was in the front row that moved.
All right.
I was gonna say because you didn't even hop the rail. Like they opened it for you.
It was clean.
Yeah.
It was. He told me he was gonna do it. I thought it was lying, but it was clean. I said, "Hey, thank you, brother." Yeah.
And
that tells me something else. That tells me that the fans are sick of this BS we got going on too.
Come on. Now.
Okay. I mean.
So not only was it a cool shot that we saw, but you told me earlier and told us earlier something that I wasn't even aware of that night is that as you were hitting that dive, you were saying, Logan!
Yes, I said it right as I did it. Just so he know it was real. Shout out my boy Marcellus. That was the cameraman that followed me. He was really, really good. Actually, my first time actually like using him. I got put onto him through a friend. So it was cool. And he would definitely be back. Two, it's just one of those things where, I just had to do what I had to do. I had to, put matters into my own hands, and I did exactly this. I had to make a phone call to my homeboy, Teddy Long, ask him to make that tag team match for me, player.
Yes.
We got it popping. Yeah, you see it.
Look out now. Yeah. Don't hurt yourself.
Watch out. Hey. Don't hurt him now. Don't you do it.
Holla, holla, holla. Okay, now listen. So, when I don't know if you were aware of this, Owen, but at that time, our new booker, Brooklyn, was on commentary with Gerard and myself, and it ended up working out in your favor because then she turned it into a tag team match. You and Dylan James versus Contra versus Cruel and Joe Black. And then even better for you, if you win the match, you get your job back.
Hey, man. Yeah. And I did. Look, I love to see a black man get paid. And I would be damned if I wasn't going to get paid that night or any other night. So, like, I had to do what I got to do. Thank God, The stars were aligned, the cars lined up, and like I said, bro, when you go in there to get a job done, when you go in there for one task at hand, you don't really kind of see nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of just see red. All I saw was crew, and all I saw was the SHW title, and that's all I wanted. So whether there was a 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, 20-man, no matter how many mans it was in there, I was gonna lay the beats and the lumps to crew, and I was gonna get my job back, and I was gonna get my title shot. Point blank.
And you did that.
Period,
Mission
Pooh.
accomplished. Absolutely.
Period, Pooh. That's what the kids say.
That's why we bring you on the show with us, so you keep us young, keep us hip.
I gotta help y'all out. Y'all, we bounce off each other. I love you. Okay, I'm finding out so much. Diana's light skin. Oh my goodness. I've been saying this for the longest. It's crazy. All right.
Oh man. Anyway, so yes, we found out at the end of the match that you're going to have a title match at SHW41 July 8th. So we're excited about that. We also found out that Brooklyn is going to continue to torment and punish Dylan by forcing him to face his longtime friend and tag team partner from Happy Madness, our pal Sal Renaro. So we'll see. I know. Well, we'll see how that plays out, but it'll be a singles
Something
match.
tells me it's not going to play out like she wants it.
We'll see.
Me too.
We'll see.
I mean,
I
I
second
don't
that.
see it. I know Sal too well.
And if you remember, Sal in that chain match, Sal came out to assist Dylan. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Who knows? Who knows?
Also, remember, Sal has a win over Cruel as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sure does.
Yes, he does.
He
Let's talk about
does.
Yeah.
And everybody just whooping Cruel ass. That's crazy.
That was Owen Knight that said that. Not me.
Well.
Holla, holla.
Okay. No more Ted Long impressions. Sorry.
No more. Don't want to get sued. Oh man,
That's
I wanna
so
get crazy.
funny.
Holla. I can't help it though. It's so much fun.
God.
It's so good. You say it better. You say it the best. I like how you say it.
You
I
do
like
it
how
very
you say
well.
it. He does it very well, don't
He
he?
does it.
We have one
very
more
well.
match to get to, guys. Let's not get off the rails again.
Oh,
We got one
boy.
more match to
Yes.
get to. Now, Owen, you were back in the building at this point, so I don't know if you're able to see this from the backstage area or not. But this main event,
I heard an explosion during the
yeah.
match,
Oh,
and that's a shoot.
we got
But go on.
we got hit by pieces of the explosion.
Yes.
I
And
thought
we
Matt
did.
was-
Real?
And it
Oh
was-
my
You
god!
did.
It was hot. It was hot.
It was very hot.
Oh yeah.
It was very hot.
Let me just say, and we've prefaced this before the last show, that, SHW is not necessarily known for death matches. We have had one sort of recently with Nathan and Tank, and, we've had
There was the first death match there, right?
right.
Yes.
And
It
we've
was
had
the first one. Okay.
we've had some hardcore matches. We've had the bunkhouse brawl match, stuff like that. But this, it's few and far between when we get this wild at SHW. And I've even said on this show, it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I don't mind it. I don't have any problem with it, but it's not something I go out of my way to watch. I know there's a fan base for it. Nothing against anybody that loves it. But I will say, with Gunner being involved in this, it got me very intrigued to want to see this match, because Gunner, like me, will straight up and tell you he's not into that deathmatch wrestling. He doesn't really want anything to do with it. So the fact that the tables kind of turned and he challenged Tank to this match blew my mind. And
I thought he was drunk. I didn't know what he was doing.
right. Well, by the way, speaking of which, when he came out of the ring, he was doing his best Stone Cold impression right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I told GB, I said he's got to
He
have a
was
little
throwing 'em back,
liquid
man.
courage. And
Gotta have a little liquid courage to go do that.
right,
You
exactly. And
Ooh.
so
He
this
walked
match,
right through a trash can lid at Tank's head. Just
Oh, yeah.
walked up, just threw it at him.
I saw a bat wrapped in explosives.
okay, so
Yes.
here's the thing, Owen. When that
That's
bat came
all I
out,
needed to see.
when it came out, we didn't know what it was. It was one of those big plastic, like, wiffle ball bats. I thought maybe, right. I told Gerard, I told Diana, I said, I thought maybe they were little, like, razor blades or something. I couldn't tell
I didn't want to see it.
until later.
I saw Tank himself get the dynamite, get it himself,
Wow.
and make the bat. And as I walked
Wow.
past him, I said, "That's gonna suck." And I just
Wow.
kind of walked off.
Mhm.
It was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous.
Mhm.
I didn't want him to hit me with it.
right.
But it was ridiculous.
Well, you
Mm.
weren't wrong.
Ooh.
It did suck for Tank because Tank ended up taking it right to the back at some point during the match.
Damn.
And it was loud, man. It was
Yeah.
because we didn't know what it was. Again,
Nope.
I'm thinking it's razor blades. So the
Right.
last thing we were expecting was a huge explosion.
With a huge
And
explosion,
and
yeah.
when he came
And
down,
by
to
this time, I'm over hiding behind you guys because I was
Mhm.
gonna let my whole side go, and I was not been in the middle of that.
Right.
So when that thing went off, I mean, it went everywhere. I mean, how I got hit in the back of the head while I'm behind y'all with an
Yeah.
You got hit in the
explosive?
head with the bat too?
Yeah, in the but
No, with the
explosive
pieces.
came and
Oh, I was about to
smoke out
say,
of my
what is
head.
going
It was
on?
crazy. I thought I was on fire. So it was
Mhm.
it was
Yeah, girl, you
wild.
too fine to be on fire, girl.
Yeah.
You can't be on fire, girl. You can't do that.
Diana's always on fire.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, my boy, I see you. I see you. That boy
Anyways.
smooth,
Even
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy smooth. He's all right. He came in with that. He's always on fire.
That boy good.
Oh,
No, I'm
man.
just kidding.
Oh my god.
Anyways, point is the death
We
match.
had all sorts of references here tonight. This is amazing.
You hear that, bro?
Amazing, yo.
Ooh.
Wow.
Bottom line is this match,
Man.
and it wasn't just kind of like I said, SHW is not known for death matches, so it wasn't like they just attempted a death match and was just like, This was a legit all-out death match. They held nothing back. You know, we had people in the crowd, and like I said, people doing the reports about the shows, even admitting.
I think they had doors and everything.
Oh.
It was
Mhm.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
and like you, I'm not a fan of death matches, but I respect the people who do it. I respect the people that like, and then like whatever you do what you want when you pop it. Whatever gets your, whatever gets your gears grinding. But I'm definitely not that guy. So shout out to them because
Yeah.
And for
I know
Gunnar
Tank
Miller,
is known for that though. I know Tank. I mean, they're like he's one of them guys for those. So
yeah,
Mhm.
Tank is a legend. And,
yeah.
and Gunnar has never had a death match before. So for Gunnar
That's
to go all
crazy.
out like he did and just lay it
Kudos to
all
him.
out there,
Yeah, he didn't perform like he'd never been in a death match.
Right.
had me
He had to
fooled.
fight. He had to fight. It was
Yeah,
no
he
match.
came
You
ready.
gotta fight.
He didn't act like he didn't know what he was doing. He
Yeah.
came ready. He's been in the yard brawling with somebody.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Not the yard. Uh-oh.
The
Yeah.
yard. Yes.
Uh-oh. That sounds a little scary. I don't want to
Or
go to
the
the yard.
alley or wherever. I don't
Not
know
the
what they do
alley.
in Chattanooga. I know how we do it in Dublin. I don't know how they do it in Chattanooga.
They ain't got no alleys and no Chattanooga. I ain't never been to Chattanooga. Let me stop.
Well,
They
no,
might have some. Let me stop talking about Chattanooga. Let me stop. My bad, Chattanooga. My bad.
Oh man, you just made an enemy of a whole town.
I know Chattanooga will be like, hey, I can't stand overnight.
Right.
Oh man.
But I hope they wouldn't be
till
your
you know.
enemy over whether or not they have an alley. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
That's a
not
good point.
the.
Sure they
you
have an
know.
alley or
We got a
yard.
lot of alleys
They have a
here.
Not
river.
that.
Right.
But he
They
questioned the
have a
toughness.
river. So
Yeah. Oh boy.
And you did an impression of Chattanooga. What was the voice you did? Was that Chattanooga's
Don't
voice?
get him in. Don't do that.
Sorry,
Don't
sorry.
do that.
Sorry, it made me laugh though. It was
oh
good.
my god.
God.
Anyways.
I do.
Anyways,
Man.
hey, look. So what ended up happening at the end of this match, as if we hadn't seen enough of Contra throughout the night, so they make their way down. So if you haven't seen it yet, go out of your way to watch it. But if you haven't heard, Gunnar did defeat Tank, which honestly kind of surprised me,
Sure.
being Tank's specialty.
Sure.
But I think there was an amount of respect gained as Tank would kind of share a beer there with Gunnar in the ring. But then Contra comes out, and it was almost like you had a face-off there with Cruel, Joe Black, Tank, Gunnar. I'm here for that. I didn't even know that.
Brooklyn made a call.
I
She
didn't even
said
know that was like a
he
thing.
told Gary
Yeah.
that
Right.
he was coming for his golden boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
She did say Golden Boy earlier in the night. You're right. And nobody knew exactly who that meant, but we all kind of figured the Golden Boy for Gary, assuming that was Gunnar Miller. Yeah.
Hey, Gary loved him some Gunnar Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
hey, man.
So
Look, man,
where do we go with that? I don't know, but the way the show ended there with Contra and Tank and Gunnar, it was quite an interesting
That
visual
would
there.
be fun. That would be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a little spicy. That'd be spicy. Yeah,
It would
I'm
be good.
fine.
However, I know it's not happening on July 8th at SHW41 because Cruel's already in a match against our guest here tonight, Owen Knight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
SHW Championship rematch. Oh, now.
For you, Brooklyn.
And yeah, so it's gonna be it's going down, man. July 8th.
It's going down. It's going down. I don't know what else to say about it, but sparks will fly. It's definitely gonna be some fireworks and stuff, and I'm gonna give him the pair of beats and the lumps, and I'm gonna get my title back. Straight like that.
Okay.
There it is.
There you
Straight
go.
like that. That's
And
it.
kind
Ain't
of like the
nothing if,
rightful
ands,
owner anyway, right?
What's
buts. I
that?
already beat him. Let's say that one more time.
You're kind of the rightful owner anyway. I mean, that whole triple threat thing that was turned into a four-way was
Yeah.
that wasn't even cool.
It's a good
That was,
point.
I mean,
Yeah,
the whole
no,
triple threat
that
was
wasn't
not
cool.
even cool. But
It wasn't even cool. And I feel like, when you're being tested in all, aspects of life, you just got to just rise to the occasion and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure make diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Bling, bling.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, hey,
So July 8th, I'm on your head, crew. I'm on your head. Watch what I tell you. Only 2 times. Only 2 times. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be the only 2 times. I don't
Well,
want to just say
Cor-
that I won't be.
Corey
But-
Hollis. Corey
Yeah,
Hollis. But
you'll be the second. Well, actually, technically the
Oh.
third,
Oh,
yeah.
because Cruel is
Cruel
technically
in
a
a
two-time
past
as well.
in a past life, Cruel was
yeah,
also.
as
Oh no, in the
Who
past.
was
I
not-
guess.
Logan Creed was. I don't know how they count
Thank
that.
you.
2 different people.
that's
Good
true.
point.
Right?
So,
Yeah. It's a good
so
point.
you'd be the second 2-time.
All I know is July 8th, history will be made. Either way, it's gonna be a great night. So it's going. And I saw some of the matches being announced and everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it.
That's right. That's right. Well, we have announced several matches this week, and of course, next week I'm sure we'll see the full card. And next
Mhm.
week's episode of the SHW podcast, we will preview that card, and
Okay.
we are looking forward to that. But I think it's going to wrap us up here on our SHW40 recap. And
we're
thank you.
done?
I know. Thank
Oh,
you
you
so
want to talk
much.
about something else? We got time.
What do you got? What
I
do you
mean-
got?
I mean, I already had nothing else to talk about light scale. We can talk about a lot of stuff. I ain't got nothing. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'll come back and then we will revisit. I got
This
you.
might
We will
this might
revisit.
have to be whatever this is. Might have to take place off air.
No.
There's no telling
You
what.
tell me. You was the one throwing. You the one say she was hot. Come on, man.
I didn't say anything people don't already know. I mean, just being
I don't
obvious,
want
stately
no
obvious.
smoke. I don't want no smoke.
Anyways, well, hey, what a fun episode we got. We
I
love
tell
having
you.
we love having Owen
I
on
love
with us,
being on
man.
here with y'all.
Yeah.
I love being on here with y'all.
Always
I love
a
y'all. Oh my
blast.
goodness. Y'all let me do my shenanigans, and I appreciate it.
Well, we
Yes,
can't wait to
sir.
do it again, and perhaps maybe the next time you're on, you might be a 2-time champ. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I'm gonna put a spinner on that belt next time.
Ooh.
If I get, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, you see how excited y'all just got?
I love it. I
Oh
love it.
yeah, baby.
Yes,
All right.
You
indeed.
need to get a bracelet replica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like when I come, we gotta bling bling. Yeah, okay. Hey, I see what
Easier,
you're doing.
it's
Okay.
easier to carry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe around my neck. Have it like a
Ooh.
chain. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
like the rappers do.
Okay, Flavor Flav.
I like it. I like it.
Not
Well,
Flavor
before
Flav.
we,
out of all rappers, you say Flavor Flav.
well, he was the one with the big clock around his,
I said, okay. Well, shout out my boy
No,
Flavor
but
Flav.
still.
Shout out my boy Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Flav watches every episode of our podcast, so
For real. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Playboy, what's up? I love Flavor Love. It's one of the best shows ever to be made. You heard it here first.
I'm more of a Chuck D guy, but whatever. Anyways, Neither here nor there.
Okay,
We are
yeah.
learning all kinds of things here on this podcast.
Yo, he is
today.
out of pocket today.
Like,
sorry.
He is out of pocket today.
And wait till you see
brain is the
SHW40
light
and you hear his DMX reference.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got a
anyways.
DMX. Oh,
Hey,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear that.
Yeah.
That was
Come on,
this
You
was
will know it when you hear it.
Okay.
a little
And
nugget.
you will,
Little nugget.
Just a
tease.
little bit. Okay.
It
That's
shocked
fine. You like
me.
some DMX. For
it
real?
shocked me. It shocked me.
And
I've been
you always
saving it-
have the references. So
Right.
Oh, man.
I've been saving it up because he's always got the reference. I was like,
I
"Hey,
literally
here."
looked right at him and was like, really? Wow. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like, really? You gonna say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been on it. I'm telling you.
I was saving it
I
up.
can't wait.
Anyways, before we get out of here, Owen Knight, our special guest this week, do you have anything you would like to tell the SHW faithful?
Be safe. Make sure y'all wear your mask. Be safe. Yeah, be safe during the summer. Make sure you wear your mask. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for July 8th for SHW40. Stop playing. Your rent will already
41.
41. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
My bad. It's been a long day, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
Make
fair.
sure y'all pay our rent. Make sure y'all pay our insurance. Pay all the bills that y'all gotta pay because July 8th is going down. And
Mhm.
peace, love, and hair grease, and keep up the good work. All
Say
righty.
Ooh, that was
Tater
good.
grease.
I said
He
peace,
said
love, and
hair
hair grease.
grease.
Come on, come
Hair
Diana.
grease.
Diana.
Because I'm
Come on,
hungry.
man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you hungry? Oh,
Well, don't
Lord.
worry, because we're
Fair.
wrapping up. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up.
Fair.
Well, we'd like to
That was a
thank
good
our
one. That
our
was a good
special guest, Owen Knight. We will see you soon. But until then, this has been
SHW.
This is
Boom.
our wrestling.
Boom. Holla, 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 holla.
Oh, God.